Salamat Sara Semuanya, nama saya Meryl Abanto, and I'd like to welcome you all to Indonesia. We are going to explore and see the beauty of this country. And I will be one of your virtual tour guide for today. It's my pleasure to be with you in this journey. And now we are here to our first destination. Welcome to the cultural landscape of Bali province, the Subak system as a manifestation of the Trihita Karana philosophy. It was located at the Bali, Indonesia, and was established in the 9th century. The cultural landscape of Bali consists of 5 rice terraces and their water temples that cover 9,500 hectares. The temples are the focus of a cooperative water management system of canals and weirs, known as Subak, that dates back to the 9th century. Included in the landscape is the 18th century Royal Water Temple of Pura Taman Ayun, the largest and most impressive architectural edifice of its type on the island. The Subak reflects the philosophical concept of Trihita Karana, which brings together the realms of the spirit, the human world, and nature. This philosophy was born of the cultural exchange between Bali and India over the past 2,000 years and has shaped the landscape of Bali. The Subak system of democratic and egalitarian farming practices has enabled the Balinese to become the most prolific rice growers in the archipelago despite the challenge of supporting a dense population. The property consists of 5 important sites including Water Temple, Pura Ulun Danu Batur, Lake Batur, Subak Landscape of Pakirisan Watershed, Subak Landscape of Katur, Angga Batukaru, and Royal Water Temple, Pura Taman Ayun. And among about 1,200 water collectives, this landscape is considered the fullest expansion of the Subak system of the Balinese Kingdom in the 19th century. And that's all for the cultural landscape of Bali province. Terima kasih for joining me. And now you're going to the next stop on this tour.
Salamat sore semuanya. Nama saya Logi, and for our next stop, here is Borobudur Temple. It is located at Central Java and has been established dating from the 8th and 9th century. The temple, seen as an outstanding dynastic monument of the Sailyandra dynasty that ruled Java for around 5 centuries until the 10th century. The temple was used as a Buddhist temple from its construction until sometime between the 10th and 15th centuries when it was abandoned. Since its rediscovery in the 19th century and restoration in the 20th century, it has been brought back into a Buddhist archaeological site. It was built in 3 tiers. The first one is a pyramidal base with 5 concentric square terraces. The second, the trunk of a cone with 3 circular platforms, and at the top, a monumental stupa. The walls and balustrades are decorated with pine low reliefs covering a total surface area of 2,500 meters square, and around the circular platforms are 72 open-work stupa, each containing a statue of the Buddha. So, this structure is a symbol of Kuwat or is strong for Indonesia. And that's all for Borobudur Temple. Terima kasih for joining me.
Salamat sore semuanya. Nama saya Ella. Our next stop is Tambang Batubara Ombilin Siwaluto, or in English, Ombilin Coal Mining in Siwalunto, located in West Sumatra, Siwalunto, Indonesia. It is established in the late 19th to the beginning of 20th century and is recognized by UNESCO as one of the cultural heritage of Indonesia in the year 2019. The Ombilin coal mining heritage was built as an integrated system that enabled the efficient ore extraction, processing, transport, and shipment of coal. It is also an outstanding testimony of exchange and fusion between local knowledge and practices combined with European technology. The workforce was recruited from the local Minangkabau people and supplemented by Javanese and Chinese contract workers, and convict laborers from Dutch-controlled areas. The workforce is called orang rantai, or in English, chained people. The site is planned and built in three functionally related areas. Area A consists of the mining sites and underground tunnels, together with on-site coal processing facilities that are supported by full facilities proposed to build mining towns nearby. Facilities like mining school, railway transportation, company town, and such. Area B is an ingeniously engineered rock mountain railway, connected to various rail bridges and tunnels that links the mines to the coastal seaboards. Area C is a dredged and enlarged harbor and seaports from the ports, dock, and coals are transported to the Netherlands, East Indies, and Europe. Each of the three areas includes the necessary attributes to understand the integrated system of coal exploitation and transportation. That is why tourists and researchers alike are welcome to visit to enjoy the scenery or study the Ombilin coal mines. That is all for Ombilin coal mining of Suwalunto. Terima kasih for listening, and now let us go to our next stop.
Salamat sore semuanya. Nama saya Normi, and our next stop is Tanah Lot Temple. Tanah Lot Temple is located at Beraban Village, Tabanan Regency, Bali, Indonesia. It was established in 16th century by Dangyang Nirarta. In Balinese mythology, he was known as a man of mighty supernatural power. One night, he saw a little rock island in Bali called Gili Bayo, and he decided to spend the night there. He felt that this place is a holy place to build a shrine, but the leader of Beraban village got mad at him and ordered his people to banish Dangyang Nirarta from Gili Bayo. So, to protect himself, he moved the whole rock island to the sea, built the temple, and named it Tanah Lot Temple. The temple was built to worship the sea god called Dewa Baruna or Batara Segara. He even created a poisonous snake to protect the temple from evil intruders or spirits. And the snake is believed to be living at the base of the rocky island. This temple is an ancient Hindu temple and dedicated to the sea gods. It presents a spectacular view of a temple sitting on an impressive rock overlooking the Indian Ocean. The silhouette of Tanah Lot Temple is one of the most popular, iconic features of Bali. But one thing to remember, non-Balinese cannot enter the actual grounds of the temple, but you can enjoy the scenes and the customs. And that's all for Tanah Lot Temple. Terima kasih for joining me. And now, let's head to the last destination.
Salamat sa oras semuanya. Nama saya Naika Tolentino. And for our last stop, we have the Prambanan Temple Compounds, or also known as the Candi Prambanan, because Candi means temple in Javanese. And it was located here at the special region of Yogyakarta and built during the 8th to 9th century. There's a legend here about Roro Jongrang and Bandung Bandawasa. So Roro Jongrang is a princess of a defeated kingdom, and she was proposed to marry the one who defeated her father, which is Bandung Bandawasa. That's right. However, she made a condition that she will only marry him if he can create 1,000 of temples, but with a twist of in just one night. Impossible, right? But with Bandung Bandawasa's supernatural powers and assistance, he immediately started to construct the temple, and that leaves to Roro Jongrang feeling scared and worried that maybe Bandung Bandawasa will succeed in creating the temple. That's why she tricked him by making the chicken's crow before sunrise and making the lamps as the sun ray. And that leaves to Bandung Bandawasa with only 999 temples, that almost close to 1,000. However, that doesn't stop there because Bandung Bandawasa found out that Roro Jongrang tricked him. That's why he cursed her into being a statue, and it is believed that it is Durga, the Hindu goddess of war, in the Shiva temple. And that's the legend about it. So, Prambanan Temple compounds stands out for being one of the largest Hindu temple in the Southeast Asia and the largest Hindu temple in Indonesia. Amazing, right? And the temple, in the Prambanan Temple compounds, the biggest temple there is dedicated to Shiva, which is the destroyer, and the two smaller ones is dedicated to Brahma, which is the creator, and Vishnu, which is the sustainer. The legend said that there are 999 temples. However, with the architectural evidence, it said that there are only 240 temples. And that's it. That's Prambanan Temple. And terima kasih for joining us, knowing the cultural heritage of Indonesia. We hope that you've learned and enjoyed this virtual tour. Sampai jumpa semuanya!